Hi, we're from UCSD SendForC biology track. I'm David Galosh. I'm a third year biotechnology major. What I want to do my major is I want to eventually learn how to grow organs in space.
Hello, my name is Riley Dizon. I am a fourth year, also a general biology major, and I actually want to pursue becoming a teacher or professor in the field.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica. I'm a fourth year and I'm majoring in molecular and cell biology with a minor in global health. I want to eventually practice medicine and I'm really interested in doing research with my major.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria and I am a second year at UCSD. I'm studying cognitive and behavioral neuroscience. And what I want to do in the future is pursue my PhD in cognitive neuroscience and specialize in metabolic disorders of the brain.
Today's video will be on cells, osmosis, and homeostasis. And we'll be starting up first with prokaryotic cells.
All right, so prokaryotic cells are probably one of the simplest forms of cells that we see. One of the things that we can noticeably see from the cell is that it has a flagellum, which is this tail-like structure, and it's actually used for mobility and to help it improve in swimming. Now, the capsule, cell wall, and the plasma membrane that we see is this almost tri-layer uh, shell that it has on the cell, and it's mostly made for protection. The pilus is also made for mobility, but its primary function is to help it stick and adhere to surfaces. The ribosomes are for synthesis of proteins, and the nucleoid is what the DNA information is, and the cytoplasm is to help support and suspend the organelles in all of its cell contents. Now on to eukaryotic cell structures.
So, eukaryotic cells are more complex cells compared to prokaryotic cells, and a key feature that eukaryotic cells have that prokaryotic cells do not have is the presence of membrane-bound organelles and the membrane-bound nucleus. On a side note, plant cells, which are eukaryotic cells, have a cell wall, whilst animal cells do not, because the cell wall provides essential tensile strength and protection, since plants cannot move. In addition, their central vacuole helps support the cell's structure as well, and it's filled with water and other nutrients. All eukaryotic cells have a membrane-bound, which means enclosed, organelle called the mitochondria, also known as the powerhouse of the cell, and is responsible for generating the energy that the cell will need. Plant cells have another membrane-bound organelle called the chloroplast, which is where photosynthesis occurs, and the cell produces sugar that the cell can use for more energy. For eukaryotic cells, their DNA is kept in a separated region called the nucleus, which is kept away from the rest of the cytoplasm of the cell with another double-sided membrane. The ribosomes, the endoplasmic reticulum, or ER for short, and the Golgi apparatus are all responsible for the production of properly functioning proteins, which are needed to perform most cellular functions. And most of these, protein modifications that the eukaryotic cells have are not present in prokaryotic cells. There are also lysosomes, which contain enzymes, which are catalytic proteins that help break down various compounds such as excess cell parts or envelop viruses and bacteria. Next up, we will go over the differences between the two.
All right, now between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells, there are actually main differences. And one of those is that eukaryotic cells have the presence of membrane-bound organelles and a membrane-bound nucleus. If you remember from prokaryotic cells, they only have a nucleoid and it's not contained in a nucleus. Um, they also differ in how transcription occurs. In eukaryotic cells, transcription occurs in nucleus, and in prokaryotic cells, transcription occurs in the cytoplasm. Now to talk about osmosis.
Right, so osmosis is the process by which molecules move through a semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable just means that some molecules go through it, some don't. They move from a less concentrated to a more concentrated side, as you can see in the picture. It's just to even out the concentration on both sides of the membrane. And just to note, having a semi-permeable membrane is key for osmosis to happen, without it, it's just diffusion, or it's given another name. So as you can see in the visual, the molecules are being moved from a less concentrated to more concentrated side of the membrane. And now we're going to talk about homeostasis.
So, homeostasis is defined as the ability to maintain a relatively stable internal state that persists despite changes in the world outside. And a common model is used to refer to cells is the fluid mosaic model. And this is really important for maintaining homeostasis and cellular regulation, since the membrane in cell is fluid, which helps in transport while still holding the cell components together. Um, and the cell maintains homeostasis through its lipid bilayer membrane, allowing water and other ions and compounds to pass through channels or passages. And this is really important since special protein complexes can bind to receptors, and under different environmental conditions or stress, the cell is able to shift its resources to a particular issue and maintain this important balance.
Thank you for watching, and please be sure to fill out this form to receive a Zoom link for an upcoming Q&A session. We'll be able to help you out live. The link is shown here and also be included in the description of the video. Thank you.